Welcome back, SEAL community. We have our second match of the day between Inkjet420 versus ERBS Pros. I am the Dragon Rider, joined as always by Alpha. How's it going, Alpha? How you feeling?
It's going all right. Just currently dealing with two dogs trying to rip their heads off, but it's okay.
oh yeah.
The
Dog.
usual.
We can do a dog cast, and just have them on here. They
Yeah,
can dictate how the game's going.
yeah. But you always ask me how my day's going. How's your day going?
It's going good, man. Thanks for asking. It's been a fun time. Got some more Freljord matches. We saw in our last match where they went 1-1. So a fun fact between their Freljord division is that each team in every match, even in our week one, has gone 1-1. So if this happens again this game, it should be interesting. I want to know which team's going to go 2-0. That's my who's going to do it first.
Personal bias. It would be this team. ERBS pros. I don't know. Maybe. I
Mm-hmm.
doubt it. I think it's. I don't think there's gonna be a 2-0 until week 3. That's my prediction.
Ooh. I'm gonna keep that in my notes. See if it happens. You might even be proven wrong here. You might have given yourself the caster's curse.
Maybe. All right. Draft seems to have started
Yeah.
now.
So I'm gonna transition us over to draft. This is going to be our second live match as well. So Ink is going to be banning out Samira, and I'm going to let Alpha take it away from here.
All right, Samira, first ban. I've said this multiple times. Great ADC. I don't think it's as strong as it used to be, but great. Hey, someone's listening. Always ban at least the Lulu. It's far more impressive than the Kog'Maw itself. So Lulu could be matched up with pretty much anything. It could be a matchup with a Vayne and be very effective as well, or any ADC that can really carry a game that way. Pantheon. I'm assuming that's towards the support position. Not quite sure though. Decent ban. LeBlanc is something that's been rising in priority in solo queue across the world right now. So it's a nice ban to see. And Seraphine's always one of those champions that is just strong. Not as strong as release, or week after release, but still relatively strong. And then as finally an Ezreal ban. I guess that's just a comfort ban. Ezreal is very safe laner, so it's nice to get out of the way so you can play something more potentially. But I mean, they also have Zaya as a backup pick if they want to play something safe.
hmm
And who shall they first pick? I'm assuming a support or a jungler.
I'm going to guess the jungle. Oh,
Oh,
ADC. Here we go.
that's not a bad first pick. Jinx is one of those very strong scaling ADCs. Did just get nerfed for this last patch. Nothing too crazy. It was really just a nerf to the uh, cap on jungle damage, so that she doesn't like steal barons with
Ulti. Yeah.
2,000 damage and ulti. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
capped at 1,000. A Mumu jungle, I'm sure that's a comfort pick. Nice engage. Gonna be feeling really good to get something else to go along with that. Maybe a Malphite top along with a Mumu. That'd be fun. Nami is a back as the support. I've seen Nami rising in priority among my support friends. I haven't seen it be all too well yet, but maybe this team could prove me wrong.
So, and we're probably going to be seeing our jungle and support pick from Ink here, as you don't really want to show your cards. So, Diana,
Ooh, that's probably the jungler.
yeah,
That's nice. Got buff last patch. Don't know why she did, but she did. So thank you, Riot.
reason. I don't know why.
Yes. I mean, maybe because her play rate was pretty low, so
Maybe.
they're like, yeah, we need to give her a buff because now more people will play her, which they still really don't. So nice to see a Diana finally get picked.
Watch, there's going to be a
Disappointing.
Diana skin coming inbound.
Ooh, I like that.
Ooh.
Thresh is always really nice pick. It feels bad to be that Nami. If you get caught, you're just dead.
hmm
And then you would assume probably it's if it's not ADC, I'm assuming they're gonna like blind. They're gonna just do a Shen pick or something like that, so doesn't get banned in the second phase.
Yeah, I imagine the
As
ADC
we
is going to
have
be
seen
picked
this,
up here.
you would assume, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying we've seen this team be dominant with Shen. But yes, they do end up with going with the Kaisa pick. It is a little bit confusing to see the Kaisa paired up with a Nami, someone who doesn't actually want to go in as much as someone like a Rel or a Nautilus would. But I mean, I'm sure Ebros pros have an idea of what they want to do. So Yeah, they're not ERBS, but I'm just gonna say it because it's easier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
no.
feel it.
All right, Fizzban.
This
Sure, that's
band.
just a comfort pick on the mid laner. That's perfectly fine. Fizz is an annoying laner to deal with, anyways. You figure you're probably gonna give your top lane the blind pick and then your mid lane counter pick. So maybe a little bit confusing to start banning out the mid laner, but maybe they're gonna do blind pick mid. Who knows?
Hmm. Now here
But
you
let's see.
probably want to ban out the top laner or even do some more mid lane bans as well. And it looks like they will opt in for the top laner taking out the Tryndamere.
Yep. Yeah, he's that dude. I think is a Mastery 7 trend. Believe it might be his number one mastery spins, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh.
So that is a nice ban to take away. Not all too strong right now, but yes, he does have 300k mastery points on that Tryndamere. And then Silas ban followed up. Silas is always a great ban to take away. Not that they have very great ultis to steal other than a Mumu. Silas goes into the middle of your team and just ults all of you. Other than that, pretty average ults. And then they take the Lucian away. So, interesting.
I guess a Lucian mid would be pretty problematic into their champion pool. I imagine that's probably why they banned it away.
Yeah, probably. It's also just a super impressive mid laner, but you still have the Tristana open if you want to go AD mid. But I don't see why you would unless you pick an AP top laner.
Hmm.
But maybe they blind pick top with like something like a Sion. I know the Spin is a very prolific Sion player, but no, they went with the Orin instead.
Yeah, Ornn's a really good pick here just because you don't want to really show any of your cards and you're giving your mid some prio to choose what they're going to be facing off against. Because all we know, it could be Diana mid and they could just be flexing on us really hard. But it's assumed that Diana is jungle.
Yes. It's quite odd to see them go with the mid lane bans the way they did, though, if they're going to give their top blind. You figure since you're going to give your top the blind pick, you want to take away the bad matchups of the champion you're ultimately trying to play, like the set. If I
Hmm.
know I'm playing a tank, I always take that set away. So that is a feeling a little bit bad if you are the side of ERBS pros, but it is okay. I think the orange should be fine until the game gets later. Once team fights start to take place, I believe Ink is going to have a slight edge with that set. Oh, and Xerath.
Xerath, that's going to be a rough one because you can get punished so hard if you show Xerath before getting or even knowing what you're going to be facing off against.
Explains why they banned the Lucian though, because Lucian wants to get it all up in his. So very good ban on the side of I'm just gonna call them by their abbreviation, Ink. And let's see what the final pick of the draft will be. Maybe something like an Ari or a Lux Morgana, but it will be
Gwen.
Gwen. Actually, that's not terrible at all.
Yeah, Gwen into Xerath there. You're going to have a lot of dashes. You're going to have a lot of you're going to be able to bob and weave very easily and pretty smoothly into
Yeah.
the Xerath.
All right, that's a great counter pick on the side of RP because Gwen is just gonna be able to dodge pretty much everything that is thrown her way now.
Hmm. I said it once, I'll say it again. It looks like Inkjet built the solo queue heroes, and time again, the solo queue heroes have come victorious. So I don't want to count them out, but it looks like the pros. I'm just gonna call them pros. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yes.
The
Oh
pros
yeah.
here are having a better team comp, better team synergy, and overall late game situation is going to be amazing. So if they scale up, they are going to just dominate this game. So I really like what they drafted here.
I like what the pros drafted. They do have a bit of a conflicting bot lane in my opinion, but overall should be fine. The Gwen mid lane should be able to hold her own, and then as long as the top laner doesn't just die in lane, the orange should be able to scale up to the point where he starts giving out those ornaments, and he feels really good about it. And the
Hmm.
rest of his team is going to be very happy with Papa Orange.
Good old Papa Orn. Gonna give out those ornaments.
But if you allow the set to get too far ahead, and then you have this Jinx who's going to be scaling along with this Diana who's going to be able to pull them all together, and Xerath who's just going to be able to do poke damage in fights, it's going to feel really bad if you are or if you are the pros because you don't really have great to disengage. Gwen has disengaged herself, but other than that, you can't really get away. I guess you have your Nami bubble, Nami ult, my bad. But
Mhm.
other than that, you don't really have good disengage. So it's
What's
gonna be interesting to see.
What's kind of awkward and what I really like about the Mumu pick with Ornn here is because Ornn's typically your backline tank, and then he turns into a frontline tank after using ulti. So he has to set
Yep.
up and have someone else set up for him. So having the Mumu on his side is going to be really helpful as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's why I like the double tank pick specifically. The only issue I have is they might run into the problem where they lack damage as this
Hmm.
game progresses, while the side of Inkjet will constantly be scaling and getting more damage as this game progresses. So, what's going to be better, the two tanks, or is it going to be the five people who can deal damage?
Yeah.
Or four people? My bad. Thresh doesn't do damage.
Yeah, Gwen does. She can do massive amount of burst damage, especially in the later stages of this game. Once she hits level 6, you're gonna see her pop off with how much she can produce here. Um, but Kaisa being an assassin, she has to be careful because, like you said earlier, like she might just get popped and bursted out from the side of Inkjet because they just have so much better, constant, consistent damage that they can produce for them.
They have a bit of everything. So they have
Hmm.
engage with Set. They have poke with Zera. They have poke with Jinx. They have dive with both Thresh and Diana. So I mean, they can really do whatever they want. They could play whatever style they want if you're the side of Inkjet. If you are the side of the pros, right? You really have one solid fighting style. You want a team fight. You want a Mumu to go in first. You want Orin to be the secondary engage, and you want Nami to be your disengage. That is it.
Hmm.
And I mean, Nami's ult's technically supposed to be an engage because it gives you movement speed when you run behind it. But I feel like for this type of team, it's a better disengage option, as you might need to run away from fights after you have already won a fight. You know, you might not want to bite off more than you can chew, so just use that Nami ult real quick and run away.
Yeah. I like.
And
I was just thinking about this synergy between Nami and Ornalt when they just use it at the exact same time. It makes Ornalt so easy to hit, and because they're relatively the same distance, it's going to be really fun to see how they interact with one another. It definitely feels like the pros have practiced this exact comp, and they know exactly what they're going to be building into it with. You know.
yeah, potentially. And you did say like Inkjet has more of like a solo queue heroes type of vibe, which if I'm going to pick a winner just based off draft, I like this solo queue heroes draft personally.
Hmm.
Because I think as this game progresses, not only will they be tanky enough with the set, even if he goes AD set, he just mitigates so much damage. They will burst the other team with that set if they can catch either of the tanks in a Mumu or Orange. And then once again, you have that, you know, solid backline to where Thresh has to protect that Jinx and Xerath, and you have Diana diving with the set. So I mean, they have a really nice team fighting comp. Although on paper it looks like a solo queue heroes comp, it will turn into a good team fight if uh, the pro gamers are any bit out of position.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, it's very punishing, and I completely agree. I'm just trying to envision the team fight now. You like get set ulti in the Ornn all the way into their backline, takes out about 50% of Gwen's HP, takes about 50% of Kai'Sa's and Nami's HP, and then the burst potential from Diana with that follow up could and like be a triple kill almost right there. So I but like if the pros play a little bit safer and they're able to pull back a little bit and be able to position where set is unable to do that, then they might be able to out tank and out frontline the Diana Xerath. Um,
Well, set engage isn't even the only opportunity they have. They can do something else that's really cheeky. They can do Thresh hook, where Thresh goes in, ults on top of all of them. Then the Diana goes in with her Q and then uses her ulti after the fact, pulls them all back together, and then Set uh, can ult somebody as well. And that's perfect setup for Jinx Rocket. Diana's ult is perfect setup for Jinx Rocket, along with Xerath ult as well. It's perfect setup for Xerath ult because once the Diana pulls them all together, the Xerath can just be throwing the ult right on top of them. So they have a lot of setup for each other and a lot of good synergy for each other. It's just a wonder, have they practiced this specific composition before? if they have, this composition can be very deadly.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Yeah, and we're going to be slowly approaching into our game now, about 15 seconds before the spectators' delay is finished. So I'm excited to see what these two teams have to offer, and we'll see you on the Rift when we get in. All right, we're slowly getting in here now. I'm just going to wait for the 10-second marker for us alpha so we can get synced up.
Yep, I'm trying. It's currently stuck at 0. There we go.
Here we go.
8, 9. All right.
All right, I'm ready when you are. On three.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Nice. So I don't know if we'll see a invade happen here. We might, depending on what Thresh levels first, and typically sets start E. So it's very possible to see maybe a play coming out from the side of Ink. But as for um, the pros here, I'm not sure if they're going to be looking for anything major. So they are going to get the hook, and it is going to land onto the Ornn. They are going to get the knock up on the first blood, going over to the Jinx.
That feels bad. Orange is just having a good time dancing in his bush.
He was just vibing, you know? Vibe check.
Yeah.
Didn't mess.
Feels great to get that ignite. Yeah, it feels great to get the ignite on the side of the pros, but I mean, it feels great to have that Jinx get that first blood, goes back, buys the boots. Hey, she was a nice ADC. She bought control ward. And then now
Mm-hmm.
she's sitting on 25 gold. Uh Yay. So doesn't amount to a crazy like damage advantage in lane. No, not at all. But Jinx will have a little bit more movement speed and all of that. And it does feel great getting that gold across the team as well.
Yeah, having that pink ward there is also going to prevent a lot of bot lane ganks. With the boots, it's going to be a lot harder to catch her. So overall, really good start of the game, and really, you like to see it.
Yeah, for sure. This Xerath lane is going to probably go in his favor for the first 2 to 3 levels, and then once that level 4 hits for that Gwen, she should be strong enough just to, survive.
Yeah. Definitely feels like
This
Gwen has like almost an abysmal early game, but her late game is where she truly shines.
Well, she's supposed to be a really good dominant laner. I just don't think she's very good in the very first few levels. But once she does get all her 3 abilities, where she can start avoiding all that poke from Xerath, as he will not really be attempting to go into melee range with her.
Hmm.
Okay.
Like good trade over from Xerath there, knowing his spike and knowing that he can poke her out before she gets all of her levels there.
All right, and yeah, so bot lane seems to be going relatively even so far. Gwen does have a bit of a CS lead. The Orin going for an interesting little trade. Gonna feel bad for Orin as this lane progresses. Um, ooh, almost.
Close. Very close.
That Ignite is already almost all the way back. That is crazy. Why is Ignite on such a low cooldown?
Yeah, well, I
Because
mean,
he used that
it's
at about a minute.
yeah, it's almost been 2 minutes from then, right? So
Yeah, I guess I'm just so used to having TP, which is a 5 minute cooldown. So,
yeah, it's the top lane mentality.
yep.
Ooh,
It's like, whoa, anything. And
eh,
this is why go.
ooh, not enough damage. Flash coming in from the Xerath, flash coming in from the Gwen, and Gwen just living with a sliver of HP. Actually, really close call by the Gwen to go in
Oh,
for that
that's
fight there, and now we have a bot lane fight as well. So Jinx is going to do what she can. The Thresh is looking for another pull on Zaniel here, and I don't think anything major is going to come of that, but we do get the ignite off onto the Jinx, the flash coming out from Jinx, and they're going to see what they can do with that. We do have a Mumu coming around for the flank, so this might be another gank here. Here comes the Mumu Q. It does land on to the Jinx, and it will fall, unable to take the lantern to safety. Jinx will die to a Mumu's embracing TP arms.
yeah. So, all summoners expended bot lane for the side of Inkjet. The ADC on the side of the pros still has every single ability. I mean, every single summoner up, along with two biscuits. So Kaisa's gonna be feeling really good, even if she decides to reset now. Her next quote unquote laning phase is going to feel really great with all the sustainability she's gonna have.
Oh yeah, she might even sell the biscuits just for profitability.
Potentially, but typically Kaisa does suffer from a little bit of mana issues early, so you will want to see something going on there. Oh,
We got a mid lane fight going on. We got the stun on the Diana. It is running very low. Gwen's going to be looking up to pick up that kill onto Diana. They do get that. The shield coming out from the Xerath. The Nami does rotate as well, and that will be the end of that. A big, another great kill for the pros.
okay. So honestly, game is going about the way I expected it. Uh, we will say that yeah, ERBS has the better team fight composition. Shouldn't be winning lanes, but the way I see it is that they're winning the lanes they're supposed to right now. I will say Moon was doing a lot for his team, and um, in the sense of getting that kill bot lane, and now the Gwen getting that kill mid lane feels really good to get across the map and all those advantages you're gonna now you're starting to build for your team. But once again, Inkjet shouldn't be feeling too bad yet. As this lane progresses, you will have an advantage when it comes to scaling. At least I think.
Yeah, for sure. Ornn being that late game scaling monster that is Ornn, and he starts giving out his ornaments, it's just going to get so much worse for the side of Inkjet. So the pros looking really nice here.
Uh, Actually, I think the later this game goes, the worse it gets for the pros if the team fights are played correctly by Inkjet.
Hmm.
Once again, if you get the magical scenario of set ulting one of your tank players, that looks really bad for Inkjet. So having two tanks feels really bad into a set, and then you have your hyperscaling Jinx along with the Diana dive along with Xerath poke. It could feel really bad for the pros as they cannot really do anything against it besides use Nami ult for disengage, as
Hmm.
we have something going on.
Yeah, we have a fight in the bot lane here, and it is going to be the Dragon pickup and the kill going over to the Thresh, getting onto the Nami. The Diana's going to be looking and take that Thresh hook, and but the Gwen is here as well to pick up that. She should be able to have her last proc of ulti. She is not going to use it, and she's going to try and escape from the set, but here comes the set ulti. Going to be looking to grab that. Here comes the Thresh Q. Does land and is going to try and survive Gwen, but is not going to be able to live for very much longer as she does fall, and that is what you need for the side of Inkjet. That was what the team fight, exactly what you wanted. But Ornn was left alone topside, and he's going to pick off a couple waves here.
Yeah, so you've now allowed Orin back into the game. He's now stable in that lane. But a stable lane for Orin is still behind when it comes to his set, because set is just going to bully you out of that lane once again as soon as he gets back there. Nice job picking up that turret plate. It should fall. Thankfully, Diana's going to go catch that wave, so get some XP for herself. It does suck that this lane's going to be shoving out, and I will let Dragon take over as I need to go do something.
All right, sounds good. Go do your dog cast. So what we're going to be seeing from here is just going to be another slow kind of ascend there. We do have Shelly going to be spawning in about 10 seconds. So I want to see a Mumu try and pressure for that and try and get some more turret plates for maybe the Gwen or even possibly the bot lane. Even Ornn doesn't like isn't gonna be upset if you put a top lane, but I'd rather be having the money and the resources going over to your main carries. That is Gwen and that is Kaisa, right? So what we should want to see from Inkjet though is the more lane presence that we've already currently had there. If you're able to get that Diana to go bot lane, get a kill onto the Gwen, that's also awesome. If you can get the set even further ahead to punish that Ornn, it will be really nice. But while I'm talking there, we also have the engage coming in from the Mumu. Here comes the Ornn ulti. Here comes the Mumu Q. That's going to be a dead set as well. And then the all-in from the Gwen might be able to pick this one off. She just have to flash that one away as Xerath was about to stun her under tower, and that is no good for her. Now, Xerath's very low here. If Gwen wanted to, she could freeze and then force Xerath to make a play that way, but Amumu's going to get behind the tower, so they might do a tower dive here. Here comes the tower dive. Here comes the ulti from the Mumu. Is going to take the kill. And then we see the Ornn actually TP bot lane is going to be fighting for that. Takes out the Thresh, and Kai'Sa is going to be attributed to that kill. Nami does land the bubble. The Kai'Sa is going to be going in for that assassination attempt, and they are going to try and do that as well. Diana going a little bit too far and is going to be punished because of it. And Xaniel is going to be taking the kill there as well. Jinx is going to see if she can possibly get the kill onto Nami, and she does with an ulti fade away.
I have returned to badness.
Welcome back. Everything's on fire. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, saw that dive mid lane. Great dive onto that Xerath. You know, he's very immobile, so great dive on with the Amumu, I believe. Yes.
Yes.
With the Amumu, nice TP down by the Ornn, securing yourself a kill. Now being able to say you're now, quote unquote, ahead. Ooh.
Yeah. Oh
Ornn.
no. Oh baby, that's a dead Jinx. She overextended there, and Ornn was able to get the knockups and CC lockdown for that. And now we see Amumu running for his life. He is going to use a blast cone to get away from that.
All right. Whoa. Okay.
Ornn never leaves. Ornn stay forever. Oh, Xerath might be able to get something off of this, but it will look like Mumu has those happy feet that we all dear and love, and is going to escape as well.
So Amumu, although down as much CS as he is still slightly up in gold. Does have a 300 gold bounty sitting on his head, along with the along with the Kai'Sa as well. This is why Gwen is so stupid into a Xerath lane. She could just dodge every single one of his abilities. They don't do damage to him.
I don't know what abilities you're talking about. It's not in the Thunderdome.
Oh, yeah, no. So, it's...
Oh, wowee, mama. She's going to die to the Diana, and then Gwen's going to do as much as she can, but she is going to try and take up the Diana. She might not have the damage. Oh, no, she does not. Diana grabbing that double kill is running very low, and then we see the Ornn Set battle, and I don't think Set wins this, but I could be wrong. I don't believe so. Yeah, so Ornn is going to be taking those kills from here on out.
So I'm guessing he didn't have his W at all, so he wasn't able to mitigate any of that damage Ornn was outputting.
Well, he mitigated the first half, right? And then, but the W is such a long cooldown that the set, like the Ornn just survives, and that's basically what's gonna keep happening from here on out, right? So.
Yeah, no, I've seen a lot of matchups where like the set will save the W to for the brittle proc, so that it negates all of Ornn's main damage, and then you can pretty much just win out the fight out from there with Facebreaker, and then using your Q, and then hopefully getting Facebreaker back, and, you know, slowly whittling the Ornn out of the fight. But I'm guessing he did not have the W for most of that fight, since he probably used it at a different time.
And Diana's going in alone. She was going to try and see if she could get the assassination attempt onto the Nami or onto the Kai'Sa, but it's not going to happen, as the Kai'Sa is just going to ulti and then keep herself safe there. And then even picking up the kill as well.
That feels a bit bad for the Diana. Diana had her team just probably backed her up. They probably had a good opportunity to get some kills there after the dragon take. But, you know, you are down you're only down 1,000 gold. and there's a lot of bounties on the other side. So you collect all those bounties, you're in a gold lead, and you just got first hurt of the game. So all those bounties on the other side are looking really good right now.
Yeah, so here comes the Ornn. He's going to be able to lock down the set here. He hasn't used W. Here comes a W from set, but it's not going to be enough as the Ornn's just going to use his microwave. That is going to be the Bombi Cinder. And here comes the Q. Here comes the W, and down goes the set.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah, Gwen's not liking that trade, as she's going to be poked out from the Xerath.
Yeah, it's like the moment one thing good happens for Inkjet, it's just like 2 or 3 bad things happen for them right after. Like, yay, or the set got the first hurt. That's amazing. But you come back and get soloed killed by Ornn.
Double TP's topside. Oh, no, it was just one TP. Never mind.
I was gonna say they don't have 2 TPs.
Yeah, it looked like it was a double TP. The animation looked awkward. But here comes the Ornn, going to be attacked by the Diana, going to be attacked by the set for overstaying, and is going to fall down and take that shutdown over to the set.
Oh, that feels great for a set. Getting that shutdown. Now you're back in the gold lead. You are going to be able to rotate down mid potentially and help your mid laner as soon as he gets back to lane. You see a Moon out mid, so you could probably potentially get a pick onto the Gwen, or no, you could just take a fight here as they are trying to summon the Rift Herald and take that turret as we speak.
Yeah, turret destroyed, and now they're going to see what more they can do here. The Thresh is going to land his Q, is going to get the knock up. Here comes the Gwen. She's going to try and survive, but it's not going to be enough as Diana takes that kill.
Yeah, Set's going to go into the enemy jungle, potentially steal the red buff, which is really nice to see them doing proactive plays across the map. But now, on the side of the pros, now they've taken another tower down on the bot side. So, I mean, both teams doing things across the map, trying to get themselves a significant advantage. I like to see what the side of Inkjet is doing to get themselves back to this game. Oh, that is a really phenomenal ult.
They're trying to see if they can grab something here with Amumu, but he's going to 3v1 them, is going to be able to take that, but the Jinx is going to try and do what she can. She's going to get the shutdown onto the Amumu. Here comes the set onto the backline. Here comes Ornn. He's going to try and do what he can, but he's not going to be enough damage. And then they pick up the Jinx on the kill in the jungle.
That was phenomenal ulti by the set to not allow the Ornn to get that second half of the ulti off. That was a really sad kill by Kai'Sa. That was depressing to watch, not gonna lie.
Yeah, but they're looking for more here as they are going to assassinate the triple kill going over to the Kai'Sa. They do take out the Nami with an assassination attempt, and that's going to be another go in from the Kai'Sa. She's going to try and pick this one up, and that's going to be an unofficial Quadra. Oh, it is official. Official Quadra.
Wow.
Wow.
So, Kai'Sa's strong.
Kai'Sa's huge this game. A lot of her teammates have given up the shutdowns from them, but the Kai'Sa stands true and is not giving that one up. And she even gets red buff in the process because she killed Set.
So at this point of the game, it's looking like the pros are able to just like, you know, play through their Kai'Sa, which is what they want to do anyways in these team fights, and it seems to be working out well. I mean, granted, that was a spread out team fight. It wasn't really a fair team fight, to say the least. And so it's going to be interesting to see as this game progresses who will prevail around these dragon fights specifically, as we will see a dragon spawning in... I don't have dragon timers up, so I can't tell.
35 seconds, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, Nami, you're in danger.
Ooh. That is a dead fish.
Chopped up and cooked.
Yep, put in a wrap. Now gonna be some fresh sushi. As we rotate down, now as we rotate down the dragon, Gwen is dodging all of that because Gwen is a stupid champion and has a Xin Zhao ult for a W.
Gotta be in the Thunderdome to be a part of the team. Thresh landing the Q onto the Kai'Sa. That's gonna be huge. Here comes the Ornn knockup. Is he going to get onto 3 people? They are going to be looking for more. They are going to be trying to get the set ulti. They are going to grab that. Kai'Sa's in the background trying to dodge the Xerath ulti. Is going to be able to dodge those pretty effectively. Gwen's going to come in, get that kill onto Xerath, get that kill onto the Thresh. She is looking for more. She's going to try and get that. They do get the kill onto the Diana as here comes the Kai'Sa in the backline. Nami is coming in as well. The Ornn is going to be able to take up the kill onto Jinx there, and he's going to see if he can get any more lockdown potential onto the set. Here comes Kaisa. They're going to go for a turret dive. Here comes the W from the Ornn, and it is going to be lights out for the Ornn as Set grabs that kill, and here comes the pick onto the Dragon as well. When you're in danger, you gotta let Nami tank some of those.
Okay. So we saw a team fight, and it went to the side of the pros. So I mean, maybe I was wrong before the game, but I still think that. Oh, my dog almost fell off my lap. That
Oh
was
no.
scary.
No, no. Dogcaster, no.
So, but let's see. But the side of the Inkjet still has a chance to get back into this game. It does suck though because your set didn't really win lane the way you wanted him to into this Ornn. Considering I believe Set was the counter pick into Ornn,
Hmm.
so yeah, it was. So I mean, it is a little bit annoying to see, but you know your set still has a chance to get back into this game alongside all of the other great scaling members of the team. One thing that does suck to see is the year Zareth only has 5,800 gold, while everyone else in this game is over 6,000 other than the supports. So Zareth is falling really far behind the curve of the game and is less effective because of it.
Hmm. In that last team fight, we saw a nearly perfect. This is exactly what you wanted. You wanted to get the pick onto the Kaisa, but they were unable to kill her because of the disengage from the Ornn and from the Mumu. So
Yeah,
seeing after seeing that, I'm kind of speculating to see how they are going to play out these next team fights accordingly because you have to play it nearly perfectly if you're on the side of an Inkjet.
yeah, that was a really weird like use of ulti because it was a disengage, because
Hmm.
it wasn't used as your. It was an engage that turned into a disengage that turned into a re-engage. It was weird.
Yeah.
So I mean, nice use of the ultis to manipulate the fight into your favor. And if you were the side of the pros right now, you are feeling pretty good with where you're sitting in this game, sitting on that Infernal and Ocean Drake, and having Ocean Rift for your double tanks.
There comes the second Shelly. The what did we call it? Shauna, Sean,
Sharon?
Sharon. That one. The
Yes.
S.
Yes, we
Uh,
must stick to the S names.
okay. Oh, but I mean, I guess it was all just gonna be a Baron because I forgot how close of 20 minutes we were at. To be fair.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's fun.
Big Brother Brad came in.
Yeah, I don't know why, but this game's felt a lot slower than it has been.
You know, for having 15 to 21 kills, it has felt like almost a slow ascend or a slow descend for whichever team you're rooting for, you know? So I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
it's really odd. Whoa.
they are looking on the Baron, but
That's
they do find a wow. Wowie mama. That set has no response time to take that W into account
you just take the
as he
Baron.
just got blown up by the Kaisa, not really the Nami, but the Mumu. But now on the back lines, do you really want to make this a 50-50? Here comes the Thresh hook. It does land onto the Mumu. They do get the hook onto that, and he's going to be going in for more. He's going to try and get something off of this, but they are going to be onto him. Here comes the Kaisa. She's going to be ulting, but he's ulted way too far away. Here comes the Xerath. The Ornn ulti is going to be landing on two people. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit here. The Diana has gone golden. Is Kaisa going to be able to dodge the Thresh hook? She does dodge the Thresh hook. Is it going to be enough to stop the damage from the Jinx from the Xerath? It is not. And here comes more of the Jinx. The Gwen is going to be onto the Jinx, and here comes a TP from the Set, I believe. Here comes a Set. Set is going to be trying to get that Ornn away from the Xerath, and he does so, and the Diana gets the credit to that. And that is exactly what you were talking about before, those burst potential, those team fights that we wanted to see, and that is how you get on top if you are Inkjet.
And that's a Baron for Inkjet now. I do feel like the pros could have played that slightly better. It was a good Baron call. They just kind of misplayed around the fight. They were spread out too far, and they allowed all of the damage carries to do damage to them. So it felt really bad. Your Gwen got to the fight late. I
Mhm.
really thought the Gwen was just going to keep pushing for that bot tower, They were just gonna like slowly
Well,
take the Baron.
they weren't able to take Baron fast enough, and we got another team fight going, getting another kill into set, and then the Jinx is actually going to get hyped up, going to get some kills here. She's going to get a double. She's going to get that more. Here comes the Ornn. He got that TP. He's going to be doing that ulti. Here he comes. Is he going to be able to grab the Xerath? He does not. He aims for the Thresh. He does get the double knock up onto the Jinx, onto the Thresh, and the Kai'Sa comes over the wall with her ult. He gets a nice double kill onto the Thresh, onto the Jinx, and now they're possibly looking for more. That Xerath's in danger. If that Kai'Sa lands a W, it could be lights out for him.
This game makes no sense.
Bada
Why?
boom. Ooh, does
Oh.
land, but he is going to live.
Okay, so the Jinx did get back into the game for about 30 seconds, and then Kai'Sa said, "No,
We don't do that here.
that's just not happening." And ults across, double kills the bot lane. It says, "I am the alpha."
And they're going to get Dragon because of this as well. This is going to put them on soul point.
Yep. Feeling really good to be the side of the pros. It looked really scary for about a minute of the game, and then, well, it didn't. So, yeah, I mean, you guys are playing this game out pretty well. I mean, you did have that one fumble around the Baron, but you turned it around. Thankfully, having all those TPs available, having man advantage because of that, and just muscled your way into an Ocean Drake.
I'm not sure about that last call where they just came off of Baron, and Baron was just doing so much DPS to them. And it was just Gwen, so they weren't able to DPS because they started targeting Gwen again. But you had to make a call as a team to be just saying, like, hey, yeah, we got to take this, or we're definitely not going to take this.
Yeah. Like I said, I really thought the Gwen was going to keep split pushing on that Baron fight and just force somebody to come back down. Or at least if you do lose that Baron fight. Yeah, but at least, or at least if you do lose
Amumu getting another ulti here as well, and the set's going to try and do that, but dies midair against the Kai'Sa. They're going to be looking for more. Double kill going over to the Kai'Sa. Are they going to be looking for something else because of this? Gwen is going for an all-in engage, and then we get a triple kill from Kai'Sa. So this is going to be, nope, that's not going to be a penta. She's going to be taking that away, but Gwen's going to be attributed to that kill. And you have so many options if you're the side of... If you're the side of the pros, yeah, you could take Baron, you can take this inhibitor, you could take both. What are you going to choose, you know?
The easy option. You take your inhib, then we rotate Baron. That's
exactly. Yeah, so yeah, they're going to take inhibitor, they're going to rotate back, and they're going to definitely be doing exactly what you just said, going to that Baron.
Yeah, and they know that this set doesn't have any TPs or anything, so, you know. Wait, what?
Whoa.
No way.
What did you notice?
Really?
What did you notice?
Okay, they just decided to reset. I mean, I guess they saw the respawn timers.
Oh.
But you just shoved in that wave, and you figure, hey, they're not going to be able to respond to us in time. We have a shove in bot lane. They still have to shove out mid. They can send, what, maybe one person towards the Baron? You guys have the potential to take that really quickly with that Kai'Sa. I'm really surprised you guys didn't. But, you know, it is the safer play. I would have went for that Baron because you guys all know me at this point. I love taking Barons, and so that's just, you know, Barons win games.
The way that this game's been going as well, maybe it's just like the game that's going to be like whoever tries to take Baron loses.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, Nami's in danger as she's trying to ward out the Baron, and she gets punished because of it.
YMCA. I'm sorry, I'm having my dog dance.
Oh, no.
That's
great.
Yeah. My dog is watching the game of League of Legends with me. Snowflake says hi.
Hello, Snowflake. Here comes the ulti. Here we go. Come on, camera. Zoom out for me. I need to get this Ornn ulti. The Xerath has such range. I need to make sure I can see all of this. Perfect. All right. And now they do have Diana in the backlines. They do get the knock-up. She actually has to flash away from that. Kai'Sa's going to be going on to that. She does go golden, and we're going to see about this pickup here. It is going to be falling down. The Xerath ulti is coming out. She's going to have some happy feet. And then in the jungle, we're going to be looking at the Gwen, looking at the Thresh. The Q does land from the Amumu. He is going to be picking that one off, but is not going to be able to get anything because of that. And then Amumu is going to be in danger. He's going to have to walk away from this. But the Gwen is going to be doing so much DPS. Is not going to be able to do enough, though, as she's going to be choked out by the Jinx. And then the re-engage coming in from the Kai'Sa is Jinx going to be able to take this kill. And then in the top bot lane, we're going to see a fight with the Nami versus the set 1v1. Jinx gets get hyped, and now they're going to be looking for more. The Kai'Sa has fallen, and now the slow is coming out for the Ornn. Is this going to be a secret bait? And they're going to go back in. Here comes the Gwen, she's going to be using the Thunderdome, but everyone's in the Thunderdome. They're going to try and look for more. The Mumu's right around the corner and is going to be able to take up that kill. And then Nami's going to be casually 1v1ing Set. Is this going to work? Probably not.
That feels so bad that 1,000 gold bounty went over to the Thresh and not the Jinx. That
You hate to see it.
Thresh is the ADC now. Let's go.
I got the money now. How much money does he have now?
He has 7,000. He's not even that
7,000.
much. That literally just balanced out the support gap in gold, basically, is what it did.
Oh,
He
nice.
was down 800 gold. Yeah, I mean, not that it matters. I mean, yeah, you're a bit tankier, but it doesn't really matter when most of their threat is technically AP damage. Amumu does AP, Ornn does AP damage with his W, Gwen does AP. I mean, Nami does AP. Most of the team's AP. It's just the one who's hurting you guys a lot is that Kaisa, who does also do AP damage, technically.
Yeah, technically. A little bit of a mixture. And now this is going to
Yeah.
be sole potentially for the side of the pros here. So this is going to be a big team fight that they're going to want to have. I'm going to actually zoom out before all this starts just so we can get a better angle of all of this.
Yeah, and if you're the side of Inkjet right now, it's feeling really sad because you do have a composition that can win. It's just the lanes fell too far behind early, and that was probably due to mechanical misplay. And it allowed ePros to just scale way faster than they potentially should have. Because this guy's sitting on 15k gold and is a menace.
So they're going to be trying to look for something. Ornn ulti going out. He's going to try and be picking off this Thresh here. That Thresh is in danger. The Nami ulti is going to be cutting him off, and the kill going over to the Kaisa. Are we going to get more? They are going to be flashing in. Jinx is going to get a better position, but is going to be immediately cut out by Zaniel. Is going to be able to get that kill there. So the Kaisa is going to get a triple kill as well. They are going to be looking for more. The Kaisa getting a quadra kill is not going to be received the Penta today. No, no, no. And then the Xerath is going to be trying to take out the Nami, but it's not going to be enough as Amumu is fronting on him.
This feels a lot like my ranked flex games. We always it's a composition built around allowing your ADC to thrive, the double tanks, the nice engage. You have the one solid engage tank, and then you have the one tank that stays back. It's a really good composition. I mean, I am sorry that I ever doubted the pros composition. Well, I didn't doubt it. I just thought the other composition was going to be better in lane, and I figured that was going to turn into better team fighting. But that's simply not what happened. Pros won lane, and that turned into what the comp should be, a good team fighting comp. I just didn't think they drafted themselves a good laning phase, specifically in that top lane. But they did draft the mid lane advantage, and the bot lane could have went either way, honestly. So I would say that the side of pros have played it out really well so far, and have continued to do that throughout the entire game. I thought Thresh was caught out, but no, that is just his team.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's just I was saying this before, like I mean, I feel as if the pros in draft had so many more ways to win and had a better scaling comp, but the solo queue heroes from Inkjet here were I didn't imagine, unless they had the lane dominance like you said before, would have been attributed into the later stages of this game.
Yeah, they have. See, the problem is the side of Inkjet has a lot of ways to win if they won lane, because it's like, say the set dominated lane, they have a really strong engage now and they can fight back to front, right? Same with the Diana. If the Diana's super far ahead, you can fight back to front. If you have your Xerath and Jinx ahead, you fight front to back. So it's really just, you had a lot of ways to win. It's just you never really got a substantial advantage in any one of your lanes.
Yeah, Ornn's going to be giving out his ornaments now as well. And yes, they take Baron.
Yep.
Now they're going to be trying to get onto that Kaisa, going to do an assassination attempt, but the Mumu's going to counter right with that. Excuse me, I had to sneeze there, and then he's going to try and get onto that Kaisa. The Kaisa's going to escape, is going to have some good, perfect positioning. They are going to grab up that double kill. The Gwen's going to be trying to do a 2v1 herself in the bot lane. It's not going to go well for her. The Mumu's going to snag up that kill, and that is going to be a 3-for-1 exchange in favor of the pros themselves.
Yes, the pro gamers. Let's go. It seems like this game was going to be ending very shortly. after that Baron tank, the
Ornn
Mumu
ulti.
is slowly being caught out. Orin ult whiffs.
No, it does land on the Zerath. So he's going to have to flash out of that one there. We're going to be zooming out here, and Zerath's going to be looking for some more damage. He is going to be doing his ulti. He's going to be looking onto the Ornn. He is going to be picking off that kill. The Jinx gets excited, but it gets put right in front of the enemy team, and that's going to be bad news bears for her, as the Mumu and the Nami and the Kai'Sa are going to be able just to continue their pressure and continue this push.
You rotate mid now, and then you probably reset after that.
Might even look for bot lane.
Yep.
Because, like, why
I
not?
didn't even notice that. Yeah, triple inhib is going to feel very, very bad. But that is ultimately what is going to happen, because you will not allow that. I meant the Inkjet will not allow that church to happen. I said that backwards. You guys know what I meant. I'm sorry. I am
Now,
what?
Gwen's
That
going
was
to be
a
taking
weird
that kill.
animation.
That was very awkward, but it is going to keep going down, and then Kai'Sa's going to get that kill onto the Zerath, and they're going to be looking for more. The Gwen is going to be taking up that kill from the Diana. Here comes the Jinx Rocket's not going to be able to kill anyone, though. Is not going to be able to get excited. The Kai'Sa's going to continue for more. They're going to be getting onto the first inhibitor. The Ornn ulti's going out. They are going to be knocking up, and oh my! The Jinx is just going to get run over by the Ornn ulti and the Nami ulti.
Another game where we just barely missed 50 kills, and it's so infuriating. Just get to the 50 kills, please.
Just right there. Taunts you.
Once again, amazing game by the side of Le Pros. You guys played it out phenomenally. Ornn playing the counter matchup, being ahead for a good portion of this game. Was slightly behind by the end, but you know, whatever. You're a tank. You gave out your ornaments. You did your job. Mumu having that great early game pressure all around the map. Gwen doing phenomenally in that counter matchup. Just survive lane. That's all you really need to do. And that Kai'Sa, MVP, right? Like, there's no questions asked about it. Up 7k gold, 26, 4, and 8, 700 gold bounty at the end of the game. Farmed pretty decently. I mean, no one farmed phenomenally this game, but had the best CS in the game. Warded pretty well for an ADC. We'll give you that. And you ended with 20k gold. There's nothing more you can ask out of your AD carry. And on the side of Inkjet, I will give it to Xerath. Simply because Xerath was pretty much everywhere you would ask for. Didn't die a lot. Was playing in, like, he did get counterpicked, and it was what's it called? Yeah, he got counterpicked, and he was able to still do a lot and get a lot of picks. It just didn't really amount to much, as you never got a very sizable lead. But you did do things even though you were behind. And I did mention earlier in the cast that it was annoying that the Xerath is always behind, but he was still effective in fights. But if you were to give it to someone else, it would probably have to be the Jinx, because she did hold her own as well. It's just so tough against that Kai'Sa.
What I really liked about for the ace, I mean, I completely agree with you for the MVP, but for the ace there, I really liked the Jinx. She played her team fights really, really well. She played her lane really, really well, and she's also had the most damage for her team. Almost most damage in game. The only person that contended with her was Kai'Sa.
Well, yeah, obviously that makes so much sense. That Kai'Sa was just so hard to deal with. She has so much survivability, can dive so easily, and she had great dive buddies in Amumu and Orin. So I mean, yeah, I mean, just really good team comp out of the pros. I really thought that could have been very different, but I mean, it wasn't. And hopefully, we see a very good game too.
Yeah, super excited, and we'll be right back. We'll get everything set up, and then we will go into game 2 versus Inkjet versus the pros. Alrighty, folks, we are back for game two between Inkjet420 versus ERBS Pros. We had a really great victory by the pros here, and I'm kind of curious to see if they're going to be the first team that we've watched to get that 2-0, to get that lead onto Freljord, or is it going to be perfectly balanced like everything should be, you know?
Everything should be balanced. Yes, this is correct.
Gonna
Are we in
transition
band
us.
phase?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're just gonna transition ourselves over into a band now, and I'm gonna let you take it away from here, Alpha.
All right. So first band, Lulu. Cool. Yay. People are listening. Lulu must go. Bye. Samira. All right. Keeping the same bands as last game. Cool. Let's see how this goes. Any changes? Maybe an Oran band. Instead of a Pantheon band, maybe. I don't know. Pantheon is really annoying though, so we'll see.
Mhm.
The LeBlanc band once again. Okay, still staying true to the bands. Will this be a Pantheon band just like it was last game?
I feel like the pros know what they want to build here. They know like the team comp that they want to have, and I feel like they're happy with what happened last game, so they're okay with doing another salty run back.
Yeah, probably. All right, Pantheon band again. Maybe you see instead of Seraphine, maybe you see like that Oran band. Yeah, so they're taking away that Ezreal.
Mhm.
Maybe you see instead of that Seraphine, you see okay, it will be that Jinx, which is odd.
They have the option to pick Seraphine here now if they want to, and Seraphine's a
Do
pretty good option in the first pick for blue side.
I think it's gonna be a jungler. Yep,
Yeah, you're right. It's a Mumu.
yep. Followed by your bot lane duel, or it's gonna be a probably ADC, and then you pick jungle next. Maybe a Morgana or an Udyr. I'd prefer the Morgana though because it's an Amumu.
Mhm.
So we'll pick up that Nami, like I said, the
Nami
support.
again.
And then you potentially pick up that jungler. Yep, there you go. It's probably that Volibear jungle. So they're staying true to that double tank probably top and jungle, which is always a really good strategy. That Nami support seems to be a very good comfort pick. Once again, I personally don't like the Nami all too much. Thresh once again probably a comfort pick, very good pick in general. I like it, but this player does seem to play Nami pretty effectively. So far both drafts formulating really well. Also, I said they like to stick to that double tank top, tank jungle top lane thing. I was wrong. I was talking about the wrong team. They picked Kled top. I'm confused. Why
Let's
is that why pick?
go.
Do they think that's a Volibear top? And it's
Potentially.
that why they picked? They probably think it's a Volibear top, and they picked the Kled. So now, Ebro. So, if you play this draft outright, you can counter pick top now, or you pick the ADC, like your top laners that counter Kled get banned out. That's also great. But potentially, you could still counter pick top now, flex the Volibear jungle, and then you could still get your mid counter pick. So you get counter pick for both solo lanes on the side of Inkjet if you play this draft outright. Now, if you're gonna blind pick a mid, I have no words for you. That's just dumb, like, honestly. But let's see. Okay, so that Kaisa is a must go, as we saw last game. Took over the game. Very good ban. I like it.
Take
If
away
you
some of
want
those
to
mid
get,
laners, yeah.
yep, take away that Fizz. Good. And then maybe you see a Zaya ban. Maybe you see who's good into Kled. I don't know. Maybe just a really good tank, so that someone like Cho'Gath might get off the board.
They might
Or if you're
just
worried
ban
about
another ADC, ban that ADC, really punish them.
maybe, or maybe a Lee Sin ban would be fun. I know
Yeah?
Lee Sin top might be decent into Kled. I'm not actually sure. Shall be that fourth ban Tristana. All right.
Yeah, get that ADC stuff out of here. We don't like ADCs around these parts.
And that Silas is a go. All right, so you probably pick your counter pick top here. You'd figure, right? Right.
Yes. I would
Great.
imagine, yes. Unless that is volley top lane, then we've been bamboozled.
If that's fully top lane, I feel very sorry for that man. But you do want to give your mid counter in this situation.
Oh, 100%.
It's
Viego.
a Viego top. That's kind of
I
odd.
mean, it still could be either or.
I still think it's a Viego top. It's a better matchup, but still
True.
not good, but better.
It's just like if I was the side of pros here, I'm like, I don't know which one's the jungle now. Now I'm just more
Yeah.
confused.
Ooh.
Vayne, confidence in that pick there.
Thresh Vayne is a pretty good lane. It allows Vayne to be aggressive early. I've seen Vayne recently, like when I've played, seen her paired up a lot with like enchanters, which is really odd to me. And
Hmm.
then it just allows her to survive the laning phase and then solo carry late. All right, went back to that Gwen blind pick. I like it. Gwen, like, unless they pick an assassin mid, Gwen's gonna be perfectly fine. So them taking away that Silas and Fizz is really good. But by that trend, it looks like they know how to play assassins mid. So maybe that Gwen blind pick might not be so great. But let's see.
You know, it could be the biggest brain we've ever seen. It's actually Gwen topside.
Right. Potentially, it could.
Mm,
Maybe.
Gwen
Maybe you're
top,
right.
Kled mid. The
No, I doubt it.
Roams, Mr. Worldwide. A man can dream.
No. But they picked Rise into a Gwen. Sure. I mean, I don't know how that matchup plays out, so we shall see. Rise is a really good scaler. Their team does scale pretty decently. Volibear, I will say, does not scale the best out of all tanks, but both teams kind of don't scale the best when it comes to that, if you think about it. Because the
Hmm.
Kled doesn't scale very well, but the Vayne will. Both teams have their champions that will scale well, and like the Caitlyn won't scale nearly as well as that Vayne will. But then again, Vayne will scale better than every champion in the game. Granted, like every other ADC besides like what Jinx maybe,
Hmm.
so or Tristana.
I'm
Okay.
interested to see where all these champions are going to be going. I want to know where they're playing them and what lane they're going into because depending on that, it should be different for every laning phase. So it's really hard to talk about who wins what, you know, when you don't like I personally don't know where everyone's going. Like it could be a toss up for me for a lot of these champions and a lot of these picks that we're given.
I think it's Viego top. That's just my hunch.
Yeah. Currently looking at transit we're transitioned now into seeing like where these lanes are going to be going. So we'll have some of our questions answered rather. Blood top. Okay. Now where is Viego? It is
Oh,
Volibear
wrong.
top.
I
Viego
guess
jungle.
Volibear would just have to survive that lane then.
Hmm. It's hard when you go into a Kled who already has like a built-in grievous wounds in his
That's the
kit.
problem.
Hmm.
That's why I thought the Viego pick was really suspect. I was like, sure. But, you know, the Volibear, if he just, just survives the laning phase and just doesn't allow the Kled get out of control, um, Inkjet is looking really good compositionally to potentially tie up the series.
No, baby, another tie.
Ah, yes, the division where everything stays even. If they do manage to win this game, there's one more scheduled game that we must watch out for to see if that will be a 2-0 or not.
Yo, I
My
know.
prediction is it shall be another one.
Another 1-1.
Yes,
Someone's
it's
got to
my
break
safe
the
prediction.
trend. Someone needs to do it.
Well, honestly, it'd be great if no one breaks the trend to playoffs. That'd be great.
That'd be funny. I don't know who would be like who would get in what position.
That's the problem.
Yeah. Like, well,
I
everyone
get.
tied each other.
Oh,
Congratulations.
it would have to go off match time, like
Yeah.
off your. Yeah,
Yeah, it would.
it would suck for you guys at the tribunals. You have to do all that math.
I know. I'm not excited. That's why I'm like, please, please stop tying. Don't do this.
Tie, yes,
No. The
please.
horror.
Yes, I don't have to do that because I'm just a caster. Here, oh, Dragon Boy over here has to do some extra work.
We're gonna put.
So,
I don't want
Fro,
to do math. I don't want.
Freljord, make dragons struggle.
So we're about to go into our spectators delay. Now that we know who's going into what, how do you feel about these lane matchups now that we know that Viego's jungle and the Kled and the Gwen are staying into the mid and the top lane respectively?
All right, so I'm gonna go from bot to top.
Hmm.
Caitlyn Nami should be fine early, as long as they don't do anything stupid and get caught out early by that Thresh. Caitlyn should be able to farm pretty easily with that range advantage. I believe it's a 150 range advantage. I don't. I think yeah. I think Vayne only has 500 range if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm. Yep.
And I think that mid lane, Rise doesn't really need to fight the Gwen. He has enough range to where he can just farm in the lane and doesn't need to even know she exists. So Rise will just be sitting there, farming it out and scaling up for late game, as every Rise should.
Mhm.
And then potentially have a Viego come and swing that lane in his favor eventually. But then for the Viego, I believe Viego's I don't think his pick rate's very high, but I think he's a very strong champion. Um, he's really good at dueling in the jungle, so interesting to see what will happen early, especially if Ink does eventually somehow have lane advantage. I would hope that the Viego is going to path bot side, as that is the only lane I think will have an advantage to rotate up if possible. Which does make sense there on red side. He wants to start red anyway, so you figure he probably would path down bot lane. And then the Kled versus the Volibear lane is going to be Kled advantage for sure.
Oh yeah, I agree now.
Yeah, there's no explanation for there's no need for an explanation. Kled is Kled. He's a lane bully. He will dominate you early until he cannot know. That was not English.
I would like to see the Amumu start with Kled, do blue side, and then rotate to the bot side of the map. Just because you know that Kled's going to be in a pretty advantageous lane phase, you're going to want to alleviate some pressure for the Vayne because it's going to be so rough for him in the early games as Caitlyn Nami will be putting down the hurt bot side. So I want to see Amumu really be pathing down there, and I want him to be making plays around that dragon, especially in the early stages.
The issue with that is that if he passed down to bot side, he might meet up with that Viego. Not having that advantage in the bot lane might just be his death.
Hmm. And yeah, going off of that, like, what do I want to see from Viego is to exactly what you just stated: follow the Amumu, suffocate it, and just like
Mhm.
not let it be a champion this game because we saw as last game, Amumu was an absolute menace and running basically like the whole street was Amumu street. You know, the ganks were great, the Qs were on point, and really helped get the laners really far ahead.
I've never seen an Amumu hit as many Qs or Es. I think it's yeah, Q. As many Qs as that Amumu hit last game.
Hmm.
I was like, geez. So it definitely has to be a comfort pick for this man because you know no one hits that many Amumu Qs
Especially
constantly.
to like pick it as well. I know it's safe to
Right,
pick jungle first pick, but like you could get really punished, especially if you're a Mumu against another jungler that can counter invade or like get your blue away from you.
right, exactly. Kind of just what happened this game. First pick Amumu got countered by the Diego.
Hmm.
So we shall see if that's truly a counter pick or if this Amumu is just way too godly.
Mumu too strong.
I guess
skin
we should do a skin check.
skin check.
Yes,
All
who has the
right.
best skin in this game?
Well, let me transition, then we might be able to see the skins before we get into game here.
We should start setting up polls on stream if you guys know how to do that.
I don't want to do more when I'm hosting and casting at the same time.
No, what I mean is like Twitch automatically would do it at the start of games,
Oh, I like that.
like
That's a good
the
idea.
Twitch polling system. Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can
So
get that implemented. That's a really good idea. Yeah.
yeah. So I am learning to the not that
Yeah.
10 seconds yet though.
We saw the skins for a second, but now we're just waiting.
Yep.
I'm gonna pause at the 10 seconds. Okay.
All right.
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. On three. One, two, three. So one thing I want to see here is, do you think that a Mumu or the Viego jungle are going to be doing some level one invades or with their team to try and get an early advantage like we saw last game?
If you were to see an invader, it'd be the side with the team with a thresh, in my opinion. But it
Hmm.
looks like they're just gonna go to the typical 5-point. It seems like Viego's gonna start bot side with the way he's posturing though, so that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's dangerous. I mean, for the bot lane, especially for the Caitlyn Nami, who are going to be pushed up against the Vayne, against the Thrush. So I really like. I was saying this before, and I'll say it again. I really want to see a Mumu come out for his team and put a lot of pressure in the bot side of this map and get a lot of those
Viego just
early
buy.
objectives. Uh-oh. Oh no. This is tragic. Hopefully
Oh
he
lord.
will he learn? Oh no, it's gonna be too late. Oh no, he's not gonna get level 2. Oh no, he doesn't know. That's a
Rip.
shame. Amumu's starting the bot side of the map.
Yep. So
Hmm.
they will end up pathing the same way. Amumu needs to start. You would think. You would
But it
think
won't
Amumu will
matter
start boosting.
because Viego won't get the level 2 advantage. And he's not
Yeah.
gonna get the not gonna get that extra XP.
Feels bad.
Hmm.
Is he trying to double? Oh wait, I need to move my camera. Is he trying to do both camps at once? No, he's not. He's just rotating over.
Just rotating, yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, that's you hate to see it, but it happens sometimes. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah. So upsetting to see though. All right.
Very he almost died to Grump.
Oh my god.
He has it back immediately now. He hasn't even hit level 2. He wouldn't be able to hit level 2 until he did a full clear bot side. So Kled, the man that fears nothing, going in for a good trade on the top side of the map as well.
Kled is so annoying. Why does he exist? He's like Teemo. It's like one of those champions that's just like they're never great, but they're just annoying.
I love Kled's lore. If you've ever looked at Kled's like nemesises before, it's like everyone in the league, and then the only
Amumu.
person he likes is like Skarl. And then we get the Amumu gank. This is exactly what we wanted. So he goes in, gets the first blood over to the Vayne. He might be able to chase out this Nami as well, but this is exactly what I wanted and exactly what I was looking for in the favor of the Mumu. He gets the full blue red side clear, and then he goes in to help out his bot lane.
Mumu's pathing up towards the Amumu. He will be spotted out by that ward that Rise just placed.
Hmm.
Viego is level 3. Thankfully, Ketchup XP is back in the jungle, but he won't feel any of that since he is not down. What, 2 levels it has to be?
So 2 levels to everyone in the game.
Yeah. So, he won't be feeling that.
Kled's might be losing this trade into Volibear. Volibear just has to do one more auto attack. He does do the flash. He does get the solo kill onto the Kled. And there's hope.
Feels good for Volibear.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be able to shove that lane and get a reset off probably after he shoves that lane in. Yep, he will.
Kled's going to have to TP in there, so it's going to be stopped and potentially frozen.
No, I think that wave's too big. I think it will crash in the tower. I check it. Yeah, that wave's too big. It crashes in the tower.
Oh, okay.
But Kled does catch all of that wave, so that advantage he did just get off of that kill is mitigated to even.
Uh-huh.
I believe. Yes,
yep.
They are evening.
It's about 12. You need about 12 CS before
yep.
you have any advantage just in CS.
I thought it was 15.
I might be wrong. I think it's either 12 or 15 CS above your lane opponent to have a kill, enough for the kill.
Yeah, because currently at 16, he is just barely up by 50. So it's between 14 to 16, it seems.
Mm-hmm. Thresh is around the corner, so they might be able to make a play here in the mid lane. But I think he was immediately spotted out by the Rise ward in the side here.
Thresh really wants this play.
He's thinking about it. What? Oh, Rise stepped up. You got to get out of there. You got to get out of there, Rise. Here comes the Gwen. Here comes the Thresh. Is the hook gonna land? And it does. The Gwen is going in. They're gonna try and get this Rise. The Rise is gonna have to flash back. The Gwen is also flashing. She's running out of mana. She doesn't have much to offer here. They're gonna try and do what they can. But here comes Viego. He is going to be able to get that Gwen and is going to be looking for more. The Rise is running for his life because there's a Thresh on his back. Here comes a Mumu. Can he run? Please, boy, run, boy, run. He's trying to do as much as he can. He does so much damage to the Thresh and unfortunately unable to escape from the Thresh's might.
Almost. Thresh should have died there. It's very tilting to see him not die there.
Hmm. But so you can't go into a 3v1, right? It's like you want him to see him dead, but the volley bear wasn't going to be able to rotate fast enough.
Yeah. One thing to see is so Viego's up in CS but is down in level, which is really sad. But
Hmm.
not that really. See, the good thing about this now is that level doesn't really matter as much anymore, simply because it might change.
Yeah.
So yeah, it sucks that you can't trade as well now. You won't have that like advantageous advantage you would have had you been on par with him, or even ahead of him. But you still aren't really worried about your smite, unlike every other season in the past. I really don't know why Riot changed that. It really ruins any jungle advantage, quote unquote, you can get because you really don't have one now.
Yeah, there's really no jungle diff anymore in that
Yeah.
aspect, especially when you have the solo mechanics. Like, even, like, if that happened last patch, it would have been, like, good night for the jungler. There would have been no way they would have been able to do anything, you know? And so, Amumu getting that first dragon. But like I was saying, it was be impossible to make any sort of a comeback unless it was a Herculean effort. So I like the
Yeah.
changes, but also it's kind of dangerous. Here comes the all-in from the bot lane. The Caitlyn's going to be able to grab that kill onto Vayne. Thresh is looking for something as well. He does grab the kill onto Caitlyn. And Diego looking at
Both
our Thresh
junglers.
here. Yeah, it looks like Diego spotted a Mumu as they cross paths there.
So Rise doing exactly what expected, just CSing and being Rise.
Mhm.
This Volibear is trading pretty evenly with this Kled. And honestly, if you are Ink,
Ooh,
you are feeling whoa. You're
yeah,
feeling pretty alright with the way this game is going. Yeah, you're down a bit,
I don't
but
think
nothing
that's the
crazy.
play. I don't think that's the play, Kled. Volley just has to ulti here, and he is going to, but then the Kled's also
Oop,
doesn't
nothing.
fear death. He's going to get Skarl back.
Kled's so dumb.
He's going to go in for again. He does get that Grievous Wounds onto the Volley Bear. The Volley Bear ulti's almost done, but here comes the shield proc as well, and the eat and the stun and the kill goes over to Volley.
And now Volley will be able to get his lane pushed in, potentially get this turret plate and back with a really nice advantage. Already 400 gold up, gets that turret plate plus this wave, he's up 500, 600 gold.
Mhm.
Feeling really good. Now you want to see Viego potentially try to pressure that Rift Herald with this top advantage they now have. They're going to eventually have mid prio as well. So, you do want to see him start playing towards that top side since that dragon has now been taken.
Yeah, here comes the Thrash Engage. For that, they are going to try and pick this one off. It should be a dead Caitlyn, but the double knockup from the Nami might save it, but no. Vayne does grab the kill onto Caitlyn, and that is what you like to see if you are on the pro side.
Does that count as a knockup for Yasuo, or is it a stun?
What do you mean?
The Nami bubble.
The Nami bubble? I
Because I
think.
know it says stunned usually, right? It doesn't say knocked up.
I mean, you
If I'm not
are
mistaken.
airbound, maybe. I don't know. I feel like it's a knockup, and the initial hit is a knockup, right? Then you're stunned. So maybe
Yeah, you
there's like a small portion where you're actually airbound, and so
maybe.
you get the yes, will proc when you land bubble. But I feel like after that, it's immediately gone. So maybe there's like a
Yeah.
small little spot there. Here goes Thresh. She's gonna get another roam off here. The Gwen's gonna be getting her first ulti, her second ulti. She gets her third ulti, and then down goes the Rise.
So I was gonna say this Gwen blind pick is feeling really bad, but Gwen's slightly back into the lane now.
Yeah, but she's
Uh,
down so much. Yes.
yeah, she's still down 500 gold, but yeah. So not the team I expected to be prioritizing this Rift Herald right now. I figured with all that prio, the VA would have been checking it out, but that has turned around real quickly, and it seems like the Rift Herald will go to the side of pros. And it looks like they're going to try to do a dive onto this Vayne.
Here comes the
So
Vayne
that
ulti
sounds...
going out. She's gonna try and live here. I don't think they can turret dive her anymore. She's running very, very low. Here comes the ulti from the Caitlyn. Is it gonna be enough? It is, and she gets sniped away.
Nice. Alright, so Ink has a lead. Volibear has a bounty. This is feeling really good. The one matchup you saw that should have been like really bad for the side of Ink is going really well for them, and they get another kill down on the bot lane for that Caitlyn. Caitlyn's feeling really good right now, being finally back into the game and finally up in gold on this Vayne.
Yep.
Right.
Rise is going to continue his pressure. Bot lane, that bot lane skirmish is definitely going inside of the Dandelion Knights. They are very happy to see that. Oh, sorry, not the Dandelion Knights. We're in a different match here. Sorry. We in the side of. Oh, sorry. We get an engaged.
Oh,
Amumu
no.
getting a double ulti. He is going to be getting the Nami. Are they going to be able to get the Caitlyn though? I don't believe they will. No.
Well, this game's a lot of back.
Right.
Oh, Gwen
Ink.
is stupid.
Ink was with the. Oh, Thresh lands his hook from downtown. Hidden. Didn't have any vision, but he was going in anyways. Daniel going to be able to pick up that kill. Caitlyn going to do what she can. Volibear's here. He might be able to go in for an engage. She's going to be looking for something. I'm going to move flashing over the wall to disengage from that, but Vayne is in danger. She's going to just do a hopeful back away there, and they're going to be trying to look for something as well, and Mumu does fall. The Vayne is in so much danger. Oh, no. Vayne is going to fall. Here comes the Caitlyn. It's going to be blocked by the Mumu. The kill doesn't go over to the Caitlyn, so the Volibear is going to be around the corner. The Nami gets a solo kill onto the Caitlyn, and then the Caitlyn kills the Mumu. Mumu.
God bless you. And,
Thank you.
Okay. I don't know why the Vayne stopped backing. That was a little bit suspect. Rise gets that shove into the mid tower, so that feels really good for them. They get this next, the second Drake of the game, so their first Drake of the game. Kled does get a turret played top side potentially, but if you were the side of Ink, I keep forgetting your actual name. You
Inkjet.
are feeling
Yeah.
Inkjet. Yes, there we go. You are feeling really good about where you stand in this game. You have a really nice scaling scaling champion in the Rise who is light years ahead of this Gwen, up 43 CS. That's ridiculous. 42.
Mm-hmm.
Gwen is
And
doing.
it's starting to show in the gold, you know?
Yeah. So, the losing matchup is winning. The Rise is scaling. And the Caitlyn is ahead. Not much more you could ask for.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully they
And
keep up this pressure, but we do have an ulti topside. They're going to be looking onto the Volibear. They do grab him here. The Gwen is going to be using her first ulti. She's going to be using her second ulti. The Volibear is going to be sustaining a little bit more. Do they have enough grievous wounds? Here comes a stun out from the Volibear. He's going to be trying to get that down, and the shutdown goes over to the Kled.
feels good for the Kled. Yeah, the Kled is now back up in gold, ever so slightly. And yeah, so that top lane is evened out and is feeling pretty decent now. Kled can actually be a champion now.
Oh, here comes a Mumu.
Oh.
Coming in, he's going to be trying to get that ulti off. He's going to get the knock up and the stun onto the Nami, getting a nice double stun here from his ulti. And the pickup goes over to the Thresh and goes over to the Vayne. And then to add salt to injury, they take the fade away turret plate. That Gwen's in danger. She cannot fight this Rise whatsoever. She has to run to her Kled for safety. Here comes the Rise. He's going to try and do something here. Doing some not enough damage. Just flash for it, but it's not going to be enough here. Diego just around the corner. Are they going to be able to make a play because of this? Rise is going to be stunning. He gets his phase Ross proc off, and then they're going to be doing as much damage as possible. Kled going in for the flash, trying to get his Scarl back, but it's not going to be enough damage.
Scarl. Yes.
Scarl to me.
Yes, that feels pretty good to get that kill onto that Kled. Worth full kill gold since he had gotten that kill before. Nice. Viego is doing a little bit of take that crown, probably take the scuttle on his way back to his side and probably go for a reset. Follow for shoving in that top lane, Rise teleporting behind the Gwen, Nami rotating towards the mid lane as well as Viego, and it looks like Gwen is looking towards death.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a pretty unfortunate thing for Gwen here. She's going to be collapsed on by 3 people, and the kill's going to be going over to the Rise as well.
Yes, the Rise is scaling even further ahead. Now has a 200 gold bounty on his head. Caitlyn is very far deep into the enemy jungle. Seems to be warding. Ah, yes, the Caitlyn support seems to be what's going on. Volibear going behind the Kled, followed by the Viego. Kled has seen them and is currently
Going in.
going.
And then ulted, but it's immediately interrupted, but he's going to get that speed boost, so he's going to be walking out of that. They might do a turret dive here. The Volibear does have
Volibear
ulti in a
ulti
little
hit,
bit.
right?
You know, he
Oh,
doesn't
no.
have it up quite yet. He's just going to go into it anyways, and then is going to escape. Is he going to live because of
Death.
it? Nope. And then I thought Kled came back to life, and I was like, wait a minute, what the heck? And I remembered Viego is a champion that exists.
Yes, Viego is a very, very good champion, right? 200 years, right?
200 years.
I shouldn't be complaining. My brother plays a lot of Viego and is really good at it. So
Almost kills the Nami there for an all-in engage.
Oh no, he missed the Q.
Zaniel and Merip is going to be doing some great plays bot side.
Rise feels bad. He missed that Q onto the Thresh for that bonus damage. He just whiffed it slightly to the right. Could have potentially killed him had he hit that.
I think he still feels strong. He's just going to go in for the 2v1. Vayne not going to be able to respond to the Thresh.
Now, if that was a Caitlyn...
Oh, here comes the Vayne. Coming over there from the corner, but it gets immediately stunned. Is that going to be enough damage? The Rise is still alive, and it comes up the Volibear from around the corner. Gets the shut down onto the Rise, but the Vayne will slowly fall after.
That's worth it for Vayne. She got a 700 gold bounty. I'll die any day of the week for a 700 gold bounty.
100%. And she goes even further beyond her lane opponent because of it.
Viego has no smite for this dragon.
Questionable.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know where he used it because he didn't use it. Oh, they gotta take this fast. Moo is on his way.
Moo coming. Oh lord, he coming. The small little man with the TP is coming. They do get the dragon, and I think that'll be the end of that.
I thought the Q stole it.
Would have been funny. That would have been really funny.
Yeah, it would have, for sure. I almost died on a chip, though, so that's fun. I'm having issues today, it seems, but it's okay. So, kind of another one of those games that hasn't felt too proactive. It has, though. It's weird. It's more proactive than the last game, but it isn't.
Mumu's summoning the Rift Herald. Is going to be dropping in mid. They're going to take that turret and hopefully get a second charge with this as well.
I think my brain is so used to, like, having so many fights by Dragon, and if I don't see a lot of fights by Dragon, it's like, yes, this team's not being proactive. But no, they've done a lot around the map. It's just never been fighting around Dragon.
There's been no team fights around Dragon. They have been fighting for Dragon, but it's been like, yeah, we give it or we take it. I haven't had two teams go, yeah, we're both going to fake this. Okay, so we're gonna get the team fight. Here comes the engage from the Kled. Is it gonna be enough? An immediate disengage from the Nami, and nothing will come of that.
All right.
Oh, but we have someone caught up here. Are we gonna see a play? Here comes a Gwen. First ulti coming out, but she is running low on mana. Is there going to be enough? It's not going to be enough to take that as she just slightly misses that. And then the Caitlyn's going to be able to take the Thresh out of the combo there. The Rise is going to be CCing people down. Here comes a Volibear ulti. Massive damage go over to Gwen. They're going to be onto the Vayne in the back lines there, but it's going to be immediately protected by the Mumu. Vayne is still alive and is around the corner. Kled's in danger. Is it going to be enough damage? Here comes a Mumu not landing his ulti quite there. And then Vayne's over there around the Bay, but... I like that, Caitlyn. I respect that. Caitlyn not going to be able to take that kill there, but Vayne is, and that is a huge win for the pros.
Well, Vayne's a champion. That's as simple as that.
Unfortunately, they weren't able to get to the back lines as the volley was there and was trying to kill Vayne, but was unable to do the job. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Rise, that's no good. And is he going to be able to make a couple plays off of this? No, he will fall.
Scarl.
Good old Scarl.
Kled once again. Is that what you envision when you're the Chicken Riders? Do you guys play Kled?
I've been making jokes because I am the top laner. Been making jokes about playing the Kled because I have the skin where it's just, it looks like a chicken.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh wait, so where was the chicken from again that you guys use your logo for?
It It was from Moana. I told the artist, I said,
Ah,
I want that chicken, but I want it thick.
yes.
And then
Thick
put a saddle
sauce.
on it because I want to ride it into the sunset. And they said, all right, bet.
Nice.
But
Well,
going back into this match here, we see the Volibear is going to be collapsed on by 3 people. Here's the Gwen, here's the Vayne, and here's the Thresh. It's not going to be enough. There's no way that Volibear's living is quickly collapsed on and immediately deleted from this game.
well. Volibear's going AD, which is interesting. They don't have a tank now.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Divine Sunder is questionable to seeing. I guess
Ooh,
you
I
want
like
to...
this.
Ooh, Baron? Early
It's a
Barons.
yeah, it's a blind Baron. They don't have any idea. Gwen's still bot lane. It's a 4v4.
Amumu's going to find him.
Amumu
Amumu
will
not
find
happy
them.
with this. Here comes a
But
Kled engage. The
this is a
Kled's
fair fight though.
The Kled's going to be
Here's a
able to grab this. Hopefully to grab a kill in the backline. Viego is going to be immediately shut down. The Vayne's going to be able to kill that Ryze, and they're going to be looking more for the Nami, and then they are going to pull the Uno reverse card on them, baby, as they're going to be looking onto the Caitlyn. Hopefully she is going to live from here, but I do not believe so, as she's going into enemy territory. Gets the Blast Cone over, but is going to be immediately found by the Vayne. The Vayne has the ability to tumble towards you.
Okay, I liked the call. Just didn't really work out the way you envisioned it. Maybe you would have wished to have that mid lane shoved out more. Now that I'm looking at the wave states, not really the best call because you didn't have any shoving lanes. Yeah, they had no vision, but you had nobody on the map. It's quite obvious what you're doing. There's no Drake up, and now you might just lose that Drake because of that.
Now, Gwen's in
Or
danger.
casual to Gwen.
Here comes Volibear, but there is a TP from the Ryze. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to grab this. Here goes the Ryze ulti as well. He's just
That's
around the
really
corner. Ulti from, or TP rather, from the Kled. Here comes Thresh, and then Ryze is going to be caught out here just a little bit. Is going to try and burst out the Thresh. He almost did, actually, and is going to fall shortly after, as Vayne is going to be showing up to this party and is going to do some really nice cleanup. Immediately condemned into the wall. Here comes the Nami. Here comes the volley ulti, but it's not going to be enough. Gwen is in the background trying to see if she can grab up this Nami, but it is not going to happen today.
It's kind of. I feel kind of weird that Riot decided to reuse.
Double
That was
ulti
a
from the
really-
Amumu. Clean Q into an ulti, getting the shut down onto the Viego, onto the Caitlyn, and ensuring that this safe dragon will happen.
I think I cursed this lobby as soon as I joined the cast because I said I didn't think there was going to be a 2-0 until next week. And you said, what if it happens today? Was it really me who cursed it or was it you? I'm going to blame you because I can't.
Oh, yeah, of course. Now,
Um,
I'm happy because there might be a 2-0, and there might be someone who can take the lead in the Freljord division.
he's happy because he doesn't have to do math. Is when he's happy.
Exactly. It's all about the math problems.
It's okay though. It's really more stat than anything. It's not really math,
Yeah.
but it's okay. Stat sucks.
Now, we got to talk about Vayne. She has been a menace this game, and it has been providing stats and then DPS for her entire team. She has been played the early game really well, and she's playing this late game even better. So really pat on the back to Zano here, playing this really well for their team.
Was the Vayne not played last game? No, it wasn't. It was the Kaisa.
Yeah, it was yeah.
So, two very strong ADCs. You can tell that this, she likes the very dive. Okay, that's a...
Away, puppy cam. Anyways, so going off of that, Vayne is they got banned out 4 times, played Vayne, and now they're 15-4. So I want to see, what do I want to see from our teams here? I want to see Viego finally building his mythic item. That's going to be good. That's going to be really nice, more DPS for them. But they got to be able to assassinate that Vayne. I don't know how, but they have to get a chance and have to make a play that way. And basically after that, there's going to be... Has it come through?
Yeah, the Viego bot Kraken.
Oh, good. Now, the Gwen is going to be going in onto the Viego. Viego's going to be taking that kill onto Gwen, and now they're going to possibly look for another fight as well. It's going to be a 4v3 here. So if you can get the Vayne, that's going to be the way you win that match. But an immediate disengage will prevent that from ever happening. All right. What are our next major objectives? No major objectives are going to be happening for the next 2 minutes, so it's probably going to be a farm fest until then, unless we can find a really nice early pick onto one of the main carries. I want to see Inkjet do something with this little bit of a lead advantage, so they're pushing out the mid lane, they're getting some money out, but they got to do what they just did there and come out on top every time. But it's going to be difficult. It's not an easy feat to do.
Yeah, no, not at all. Sorry, I was a little bit preoccupied. Apparently, people decide that today and right now is the perfect time to call me.
Oh,
But
nice.
it's okay. Yeah, I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, but this is what happens when you have plans at 7 o'clock and it is 6:37. But it's
Mhm.
okay because this game is extremely fun to cast. And we can always put those plans back like 5 minutes. So, yes, the way this game's going, the Baron put a lot of pressure on the map. Now you have seen that lead that the pros did have has ballooned up to a, what, 8K gold lead now? So
Yeah,
that's fun.
it's about 8.2, 8.3.
Yep, yep, there you go. So that's very interesting to see. One interesting thing to note, like just vision score, you would think that Ink would be winning out just ever so slightly since they do have more vision around, but it just seems like the pros just can mechanically outduel Ink right now.
Well, the thing is, like, every time that Ink's like, all right, this is a good fight, we're going to take this, and it looks like it's going to be really nice and really clean for them, immediately the response from Pro is too fast. They rotate so quickly, and then it's so hard to see, like, okay, Kled's over here, and then, oh, he's right beside us because he ultied, you know? So,
Yeah, they also have a Vayne, so that's great.
yeah.
So, yeah, Vayne buff, right? You know,
Oh,
Vayne
yes.
can just 1v9 if he really wanted to, and she's at the point where she really can. Or one, let's say actually 2v9 because you just have that one like that one support around you. Doesn't
Mhm.
matter if it's a Mumu or the Thresh, you just won't die.
So it looks like Inkjets are
And
going to be prioritizing Baron here, getting some more vision over there, but we do have both objectives coming up relatively around the same time. Volibear is kind of in an awkward spot, so let's watch to see what's going to be occurring here.
if I'm the side of ERP, I am taking the Baron and letting them take Drag. But what they are doing is they are splitting the map, and they might do both.
Yeah, you're offering up a 50-50 for the dragon, but if no one responds to it like they didn't, they're going to be taking that free dragon, and then now they're going to be looking at the Baron
Ooh.
and immediately blown up. A lot of damage from the Vayne, and that will be
You
the end
guys
of
just
that.
gave up the Baron? Nope, they
Oh,
gave up a mid.
here's more actually. So here comes a Kled ulti. They're going to be looking onto this potential victim that was Nami, but is not going to be able to be picked up.
Yeah.
Have
Oh
your
god.
cake and eat it too.
I guess. That looks like it's gonna be a free Baron. They get spotted walking towards it, but we already knew that, so. Yeah, it feels really scary if you're the side of Inkjet right now because you're walking in this jungle completely blind. You have no idea what's going on. That Baron is being bursted down really fast.
Can you steal? Viego going over the wall, but then immediately dying because of it is going to fall. The Mumu's going to be grabbing that kill as Mumu's going to be looking for more. Rise has gone golden and is going to be taken away there by the Thresh. Sorry, not the Thresh. He just goes over the wall. But Vayne, casually doing Vayne things. Oh, no.
Oh no,
Volibear might
Volibear.
be able to CC this. He does have the ulti.
Nope.
He is going to do the damage, but the Vayne is going to do much more in getting the nice double kill there. And that looks to be an end game situation to me.
I'm sorry I cursed you guys, Inkjet. No, I'm actually not my fault. I'm sorry that the dragon cursed you guys.
Yeah,
You
wait a
said you
minute.
wanted the 2-0.
Yeah.
You wanted the 2-0s.
I was rooting for the pros.
I think you were rooting for whoever won the first game.
Yeah. I'm what you call a bandwagoner.
Yep. All things even must come to an end, though, because nothing is truly even in this world. Congratulations to ERP, the pros. You guys truly played like the pros today. You, I don't know, you just simply outclassed, I guess, Inkjet today. I mean, You had a really good advantage of the bot lane both games in a row, with the Kai'Sa and the Vayne having almost 20 kills in both games and dying very minimally, CSing pretty decently, should have had the most CS in the game, but Rise is a champion. So having almost the most CS in the game 2 games in a row, obvious MVP for me, both games. And yeah, I mean, it feels really good if you're the side of the pros. Have a really good synergy across the team. You guys have an understanding of how you want to play the game, and it was very evident in draft and in the game.
Yeah,
And I guess
Vayne
I
just kind of
should,
said, "Everyone get in the bag. We're gonna go into the victory screen."
yeah, basically, which is kind of how the champion works too. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's cool. Give my ace, and my ace, I'd give it to uh Viego for not tilting after that level one.
I want to give my ace over to the Rise. I think he played that game really, really well. He really outperformed in the mid lane there, and he tried to transition it a little bit later, but then unfortunately was unable to uh, capitalize on his victories.
Yeah, it sucked to see a few key blunders by the side of Inkjet. Did really allow for the game to be blown up, like blown open for the side of ERP. But overall, really fun series. There's a lot of things to learn from both teams. No one plays perfectly, of course, but if you're the side of pros, you're feeling really good about that series, and should be happy. You guys are the first 2-0 team in Freljord, so
Mhm.
that's something. That should be an award.
Little award, just give him a little pin, you know.
Yep.
Alrighty, thank you guys for coming out today. Thank you for casting with me here, Alpha. It was a lot of fun coming out and casting all of these matches and all these live matches here for you. We will be back on a later day. Most likely during the week, we do more VOD casts. So stay tuned for that. And once again, thank you, Seal Community. And we are signing off.